Okay, thank you all. So this is another Saturday, 3 p.m. So we are starting the Power BI Saturday event. And as we have it today, we have to bring in Michael Adekoya again. So Michael, you are welcome. How are you, Michael?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. So today is another great day. We'll be looking at Python. We'll be looking at R. We'll be looking at visualization. And I know so many people will tell me they want to do some analysis using Python. But there are some limitation downside to Python. At least I have some of them listed on my LinkedIn page. And I hope today we'll have, at least we can balance up Python and Power BI. So, Michael, once again, for those that are meeting for the first time, introduce yourself and let us know the take home at the end of today.
Okay. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Michael Adekoya. So I'm a Microsoft BI Stack developer. I do business intelligence end to end. That means from the beginning of the process to the end of the process. I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer, a certified solution associate in the BI reporting platform. So also I'm a graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University. I've been being into software development for quite a while now. Professionally, it's been more than 5 years. But before, like a while back then in school, general experience will amount to like nine years in the game. So that's me. You're just meeting me.
Wow. So can you see our guest for today is loaded? So Michael, what's our take home at the end of today?
Okay, beautiful. Now, the take home, what we intend to do today is basically to scratch the surface on how to get started with Python in Power BI. Get to see how you create your environment, how you make your environment suitable so that you can run your Python script in the Power BI environment, and also to see how we can import data with your Python script, and then how you can create visualization with your Python script. And then we get to talk about R, just talk about R because the processes are similar to how you set up the environment for R and how you set up environment for Python as well. And then we'll just do a little talk about Python. But bear in mind, this is not a Python programming class. It's Power BI. But of course, we just want to talk, just a little talk around Python, and then we get to see a demo where we get to plot line plot, scatter chart, and then bar plot. The line plot will be with multiple columns where we do a comparison, and see correlation between some data sets we'll be making use of. So it's basically for the Python guys. You want to have a feel of how Power BI is. Okay, come along with your Python script and let's just do something.
So, well, there is a challenge I do have. Sometimes I will draw my Python code. Once I run my Python code, I will see my visuals coming up. But not the way Power BI interacts. If you click on a sector, maybe in a pie chart, it's going to affect the tables, affect all of that charts. Now, what we see how we can actually get all these things run another manner. So I hope we are going to discuss how all these charts, how they interact.
Oh, of course, yes. We'll see how
without wasting much time, please can you fire up your screen and let's begin. Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, you'll be hearing the noise in my background, but the noise will be gone soon. It's just some technical work going on around here. So, sharing my screen. Okay, so Ayodeji, please, if you can see my screen, can you just let me know? Can you see my screen?
I
My
can see your screen.
Okay, beautiful. All right. So, you know, I don't mind me. I like giving my presentation in Power BI platform. So before we start, this is another section that will be coming up very soon on 27th of June, the Naija SQL Pass Saturday, still from the organizers of the MCT Power BI group. So you can also join us for all the SQL developers who want to know how to develop data warehouse, modern data warehouse, reporting, SQL, SSRS, SSES. So just make sure you join us for this class, and it promises to be an interesting one.
And also, the time is 5 p.m. Please, let's put that in mind. 5 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah, I believe that is noted. So for the next Power BI Saturday will be on advanced DAX for reporting, and that will be with Adewale Yusuf. So same time next week on the 27th. So I guess we'll be having the two sections for that day. So that is that on that. That's the next topic. All right, to my question of the day, the presentation of the day. So Python today we'll be talking about using Python and R script visuals. Python and R script visuals. Okay. So this is me, Michael Adekoya, like I've rightly introduced myself. And then if you want to keep up with me on some of the social media platforms, LinkedIn and Instagram. So the agenda for today will be we're just going to do a brief introduction to Python. Then we look at the prerequisites that are needed for you to start, using Python or making use of Python in your in the Power BI environment. Also, we'll also talk about using Python script to import data. And then next, we'll talk about using Python script to create visualization. There, that's what we get to give 3 demos, just like I mentioned earlier. And then we'll look like the drawback, not really advantage. Well, okay, the drawback, and then personally, what I feel that are like advantage of using Power BI using Python in Power BI. Then of course questions and answers. Then we can just rub my general discussion around that. So that is that on that. So when we are looking at importing the scatter plot, this is what we'll be doing. This is what we'll be saying. And you bear in mind, like I used to tell you, like if you've joined some of my classes, I used to tell you when it comes to analysis, advanced analysis, we're not really looking at how beautiful the graph, the chart or the plot is. What we are really concerned about is the message it's communicating. The message is communicating, the analytics we are getting from there, and then the deep analysis that this algorithm is able to power up for us. So I want you to open your mind. It's not about beautiful visualization this time around. It's about technical analysis using more like another language, so to say, in our own environment, in our comfort zone. Okay, so I also do line plot. So in the line plot, this is what we are going to see. A line plot that is showing the relationship between children and cars, having the children and cars thereabouts, based on data set we have. Then the bar plot, all of these plots, everything you're seeing on this environment is strictly Python, done by Python, not the regular Power BI visualization that we are all used to. So, and then we talk about the limitations too, and all of that. So, all right, then there'll be Q&A. All right, quickly, so let's go. Python, introduction to Python. So Python, I know most of us have heard about Python, and of course, so if you've not heard about Python, if it is new to you, this is just one of the few things that I'll just say. I just want you to know about Python, or if you know, just a reminder. Python is a popular programming language. It was created by Guido van Rossum and was released in the year 1991. So from 1991, it became so popular that almost every sector in the industry are all patronizing Python for different activities. So it is used for web development as a server side. It can also be used as software development, for mathematics, for system scripting, analytics, and what have you. So basically, so what can Python do? What can Python do? Python can be used as a server to create web applications. It can be used on server, on a server to create web, just like you have the server side. It can also be used alongside software to create workflows. You can use it to create workflows. So you can also use Python to connect to databases, and then it can also be used, yes, to read and modify files. That's very important. Python can also be used to handle big data and perform complex mathematics, big data, and the likes of when you're looking at maybe using a platform like Hadoop for big data and all of that. There's a way you can integrate all of that with Python if you are very comfortable using the Python programming language to do that. Just like I'm very comfortable using the SQL environment. So that's the way it does work. The Python can also be used for rapid prototyping or for production ready software development. So it's encompassing.
Hello, sorry, Michael. Can you help us collapse the visualization field and filter so that we can see this will get bigger for us to see?
Okay. All right. I'll share the. It's still tiny, but just bear with us. I'll share the slide at the end of the um, training. So basically, so why Python? Now the question: why Python? Python works on different platforms. It is cross-platform. That means that when you're using Python on Windows, irrespective of the operating system you have, whether Windows, Linux, Mac, wherever, Python is cross-platform. You always be able to run Python on that environment. It has a simple syntax similar to English language. See, if you don't have prior programming experience, but you have you have probably a foundation in how data works, maybe say variables, parameters, constant, and what have you. Fine, you can pick up Python easily. It is very close to the regular English language. It is simple to use. So Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than some other programming languages. So there are a lot of advantages that comes. I don't want to bore us with all this right up. We shared this with us, but I just want to mention some of the very key things about Python. Python can also be treated in a procedural way, an object-oriented way, or a functional way. So it can have that as a procedural, in a procedural way in terms of object-oriented. And when you model your classes, when you model class objects, then all this instantiation, all this polymorphism, all this Python does. Python can be used to achieve all that. So without spending much time on that, and of course, good to know Python. You can always just read that up. So this, like I said, the syntax compared to other programming languages is relatively easier in a way. So that's the and also it works with the different text editors like the PyCharm, Jupyter Notebook, that is which hosted by Anaconda and stuff like that. So without wasting much of our time, that is just introduction on Python. There are plenty of materials available online. You can read up that and look into that. So let's dive into what we want to do for today. How to prepare the environment, the Power BI environment for Python to work, our Python script to work effectively. So the prerequisites, according to Microsoft and according to what is obtainable presently, that before we can run our Python script in Power BI, we ensure that we install the Python itself. The Python from the Python application, we have to download it from the Python website. We download from the Python website. Should I go there? Let me just show us from the Python website. Let me just say Python. So from here, so you just download Python. The version we have now is 3.8. When you download that comes here, and of course just install. And when you are done installing, that is fine. And then that is the first thing that we need to do. So then another thing is, because of the environment we want to use, what we want to do in Power BI, there are some packages in Python. So if you are not used to Python, don't worry. I want to make it easier for those who are advanced users in Python. Please just bear with us. It might be a little it might be like a drawback, slow for you, but just bear with us. So I just want us to understand for those who are just coming up with it. So for you to start using, just like I said, start using this start running your script in Power BI. There are two packages, like two required Python packages that you need to also install after installing your PowerBI, after installing your Python application itself. And those libraries are pandas. There's a library that is called pandas. So pandas is also a software library for data manipulation and analysis. And what basically most important thing that it does there is that it offers all these data structures and operations for manipulating numeric tables and time series and what have you. So, and all your data must be in a data frame. If you want to use that, we'll do that now. So secondly, the other package you need to install is the matplotlib. The matplotlib is also a numerical mathematics extension of NumPy, like this NumPy. Okay, NumPy arrays. It deals with random arrays and all of that. However, it also provides an object-oriented API for embedding plots into applications using general purpose. So those two packages must be installed after installing our Python application. Then, of course, we now need to enable the Python scripting in our Power BI environment. So for me, I have downloaded and installed it. So let's start with our demo right away. So I'll show us well. So I've installed it, and if you want to install pandas from your environment, from your command prompt, all you just need to do is pip install pandas to install pip install matplot. Please, I need to stress this because you get error. The very first time I tried this, I spent close to like 4 hours. The very first time, that's been a long time, because I haven't installed these two Python packages. I installed pandas. I didn't install matplot at the point. I thought that because I already had matplot, I already had these libraries on one of the Jupyter notebook I was using. I thought it would work, but it didn't work for it. So just bear in mind that you have to do that. So let's kickstart right away. So beautiful. So we are here now. So we said that we assume that we've installed our Python, and then our packages, we've also installed our packages, the pandas and the matplotlib. So the next thing that we need to do is come towards the file, then we'll go to the options, options and settings, then we'll select the options. And while that's coming up, so on the global options, the global, where you have the global here, you can see the R scripting and the Python scripting. So this, okay, let's just follow with the Python first. So on the Python scripting, the first thing, the options that we just need to set for the Python scripting is on where do you have the Python script options. We need to specify the home directory of what we installed. As soon as we install that the Python itself, like you can see I have varieties. As soon as you import Python itself, this directory automatically comes into you automatically have this directory, or depending on the directory you've set. However, I think the algorithm is more smart enough to dictate all the available Python home directories to be able to see on your system. So you just select the very particular one you want to use, and that you've installed the packages, the library, the pandas and matplotlib on. So for me, this is the first one. And then the second part here that says that choose which Python integrated development environment you want Power BI to launch. So if you have a default, ordinarily I allow default, but if you have some other ID, like the what do you call, like all the text editors that you're very conversant with, you can just do others. When you do others, then browse to wherever you have it, and then that's it. So I'll just leave it as the default OS program for the PY files. So that is the setting that I require, and then we do OK. All right. So there's something I just want to show us quickly. So I just want to run a quick script in Python, and then really bring it here so that we can see that it's giving us the same result. So don't worry about this. This is just Jupyter notebook. I have a script that I have prepared for us, and based on this that we have earlier. Okay. The script. Remember, we are not doing what we are doing today. Is not it's not we're not talking about Python programming, so to say, or Power BI. I just want to show us the result of this. This is in Jupyter Notebook. This is in a Python. This is another environment to run your Python. So from the data set here, from what we have here, let's just focus. Don't worry about all of these scripts you're seeing. Don't worry about that. Let's just focus on what we have here. So what we have here is what? The first name, the age, the weight, the gender, the state, the children, and then the pets. So this is what we have in this data set, in this script, Python script, is given to us, and then it is in Word. It is for those the advanced guys. Now you must understand that, of course, you agree with me that it has to be in a data frame, because it's segmented. It gives it that's the standard anyway. So that is what we have here for this script. So we'll quickly go back to our Power BI environment. We are still going to run the same script in Power BI. So we want to run the same script in Power BI and then see what we have. So now the first thing I said we're going to do after setting up our environment is what? To show us how to import data. So we want to import data now based on that script. So what we now need to do is this. Now, just like the regular thing we usually do, get data. Okay, so we try to get data. Why the algorithm is trying to do that? We do it from others. Then we can search for Python. We can either search for Python here or just look at where you have the Python script here and just do connect. So the algorithm tries to prepare the environment to be able to run Python script. Supposing, okay, of course, this is the first prompt you always get. That okay, the script will run the following Python installation based on this Python installation that we have. Okay, sorry, I know the class might be, when it comes to coding, the training might be a little boring, but don't worry, just bear with me, yeah, just bear with me so that so the script that we have, I'm going to paste that script just as I showed us earlier. So what the script is doing is just a minute. What it's just doing is just giving us the name of the first name of individuals, the age and weight and what have you. So this is just the standard in Python, how you write these things in Python. So I do OK, click OK. So why I click OK, it's trying to connect to that the script to see what it has in the script. And you can see that you agree with me that as soon as we do that, you can see what it gave us, like a similar to a table, because it's in a data frame. So when we click on this, lo and behold, these are everything we have in our Python script: the first name, age, weight, and what have you, just like we have it there. So here, to load it, just simple way. Just click on the load. Of course, it will always tell you there are pending changes in your queries that haven't applied. This will always come up. If you've done any changes in recent time, that you need to apply or that you've not applied, then you can also do that. So fine. So this is what we have now. So we have our fields here. On the fields, we have the age, we have children, first name, and then even the dimension. You can see that the dimensions are even separated. All the ones with the measures and dimensions, they are all separated. Detected, no issue, no problems. But supposing that we have we didn't import, I want to repeat it again. If you don't install any of the maybe you only install one of the packages, Python packages, that is the pandas or matplotlib, you're going to get error, to throw up error whenever you're trying to connect to the data set here, to throw up error. So that is how you import data in Python. Very simple. So the next thing now is we are going to see how we can create. I want to make sure I'm following the agenda. Okay, we've done okay. Use Python script to create visualization, and then that's where we have our 3 demos. Okay, beautiful. So now, based on the same data set, so I'm just going to open another page. This is for visualization. So the visualization part. For the visualization part. So we have to, this is what we do. It's very simple. Now, on the visualization, where we have these visualizations here, you can see that we have this icon, this R script, and then this Python visual. What we want to do is deal with Python visual. So all you just need to do is select this icon. Now, beautiful, it will always prompt you. You need to enable script visuals to begin creating Python script. Script can be executed, you can execute script code that may contain security or privacy risk. Yes, because sometimes when you get some script from external, Python script usually comes with own security, maybe from external source and all that. So, however, whenever you are opening any instance, any new instance of Python visual, you're trying to create a new instance, it will always prompt you to, to enable. So beautiful. Now we've enabled. Once we enable, this is what we get, and then the Python script editor also in the environment will come down here. So the next thing that we need to do, since this is what we have, this is what we want, so I can just easily drop in the fields here. It will only work with the fields that you have. This Python environment will work with the fields that you have. So we pick the age. I want to drop the age here. The children, let me just pick everything that I have here. Everything that I have here. So I'm dropping. Beautiful. So we have everything dropped, and then you now observe, you notice that once you drop these, it will tell you that duplicate rows will be removed from the data. Yes, and then on the script, within this Python script editor interface, at the head, stream head here, whenever we have our script imputed here, this is where we click the run to run the script that we want to run to use to plot or whatever we want to plot. Then we have some settings that we can also, the script options that we can always go back to. Then can edit an external ID. Remember the editor that I told you. Supposing we set a particular editor that we want a particular editor, we can always use, when we click on this one, it takes us there. And then of course, this is of course just to minimize. So what we want to do here, from here, we observe that once we draw the values here, now the data set that was automatically generated a data frame for us that identifies all of our value fields based on their names. Okay, so we can make reference to all of these fields based on the names that we have here. So quickly, so the script that we want to run to plot, I have a script here to create a scatter plot. So this is my script to create a scatter plot to be available to all of us. So what I just want to do is, on this portion here, I'm just going to paste my script here. And what does my script do? Of course, sorry, this is not a Python class. So what my script will just do is to give me import this library, matplot library, and then the data set, make use of this data set I have here to plot the kind of plot I want it to run. I want is scatter. Then the x-axis, what I want to plot is I want age to be on the x-axis, and then I want y to be the weight, and then the color I want is red. Then matplot show. So let's see what we have there. Okay, so that's giving us an error. Let's see what could that be. Create a scatter, Python script, invalid syntax. Okay, create type scatter. Okay, create a scatter. This is a comment. This is a comment. Okay, that line 8 is a comment. This is where the code starts from 10. All right, so let's run that again. Okay, beautiful. So this is what do you call it? The visualization that we just see here is based on the data set and based on this script that we have run in Python. I like something. I just want to do something. I want to add a grid. I like that grid. So based on the script, so everything we're saying here is just based on the grid. Based on the script that we've run in this environment. And this is just how to create a scatter. And then of course we now look at the relationship. Okay, that look at the age, well, where the weight, we can now interpret this scatter plot. That is the way that's how it works. So our next chart that I just want to do so that we're still going to do, it's still going to be the same process. The next chart will just do, remember, we're just trying to scratch the surface to tell you the requirements, how you can get started using Python in Power BI. And the same thing applies to R too. Once we finish demo, then we'll talk about R briefly. So the next one we want to do is a line plot with multiple columns. So line plot with multiple columns. So since we already have our data set, just the same way we imported our data set, okay, and then the next thing we do is we have to drop all the values that we want, all our values working with, okay. It's pretty the same process, and then after that, our script, the script to generate that would plot our line chart for us, we drop it in there too. I have a script that was already written here. So this script will create. So here, this is where we paste our script after the line 6. It said paste our script. So we'll paste our script here. Let me make this one a comment. Line 9 is a comment. It's not meant to run. Line is a comment. Okay. So what it's doing is based on from that library that we imported, and then it's just going to plot these two lines. The first line will be the first name of the children. The first name X will be the first name. The Y will be the children, the number of children that you have based on this data set. And then the second plot that we want to do is the pets, the number of pets. That is there any relationship between the number of children that you have and number of pets that you have? That is what this Python script is doing. It's just trying to show us the correlation between the two, those two quantities or those two measures. So when we run the script, beautiful. So when we run the script, okay. So when we run the script, we can see that we can see the relationship that this Python script has been able to show us using a line chart with multiple columns. So it's been able to use these multiple columns where the blue is the number of children, the blue is for the children, and then the red is for the pets that we have. So as the pet, at this point, okay, the name of, okay, here we have name. Okay. So we just, anyway, so from the number of pets, look at this number of pets, where you have number of pets that are between this one and this, and then, you are able to interpret, we are able to, the idea is that we are able to plot a Python script. We're able to plot a chart using our Python script in our own environment, our Power BI environment that we are comfortable with. So that is that on that very particular one. So, and then lastly, this is line plot. Okay. Then lastly, we want to do something on bar chart. There are several charts you can also plot, very beautiful charts. All you just need to do, like I keep saying, what we're just doing here is we're just scratching the surface of how to create our environment. So this is the next thing we want to do, just the bar chart to see how you with our Python script as well. And then we have the script here. So you just prepare your script, run it in your environment, and then if it is okay, error-free, come and drop it here on Power BI, and then it will do the magic for you. Okay, so this is bar plot, and then just the same thing that we've been doing before. Pick the visual, Python visual, and then drop this guy, and then gender pets. It's pretty straightforward. You agree with me that it's pretty simple. the most important thing is just it depends on your Python skills. That's what matters here. That's one different, because there are also some other ways we can actually extend this what do you call it, the scripting, what the visualizations, what we can do with it all boils down to your Python scripting skills or experience or knowledge. So with that, so for this now, to plot a bar plot. So this is what we are going to be using, the first name and then just the age, and then we import just like we've been doing so far, and then you click on play to see it. So you can see, very simple, straightforward. Power BI's allow us to do all of those things, and then we're able to run our script without any issues, no headache, and then just like we have it. Okay, so like I said, the two things you just need to remember, you always remember, is install your Python application, make sure you have it, your Python engine, make sure it's running on your local machine. Then secondly, your Python packages, the matplotlib and then the pandas is also running as well. They are all installed. And then thirdly, you now come to the Power BI environment to enable it from the options pane, set up the home directory, and then lastly, you have to set up an IDE if you want to use an external IDE for that. So I think pretty much that's basically what we have for Python. So in the same vein, I was saying that we just talk about what we call it, R. Also, I really don't use R as much like that, but R is also another, statistical. The claim is that R is a statistical environment. R is an environment that allows all your statistical functionalities to come into play. Some have argued that, while some have said R is a statistical language, it's a programming language, it's a statistical programming language that allows you to do all. But either way, R is also another great programming language that you can use to do some wonderful mathematical and statistical analysis. However, just like we say preparing the environment, the same way we prepare the environment for Python here that we've done, these steps we've itemized, it's similar. You just need to download the Python engine and the R engine. When you download the R engine, then you need to have an IDE for the R. Then when you download your R Studio, you install your R Studio, then the R editor engine IDE to just specify it. And then similar way, all you just need to do while we are on the environment where we are dropping our visualization here, instead of picking Python, we pick R. Unfortunately, I don't have R on my own environment here. Then, of course, on the options here, you only see on the options here. On the options here, you see, let the option comes up. You see where you also set up the R environment, just like we have Python scripting here. This is your R scripting. This is for your R scripting. You just need to specify. Supposing I have it, because I don't have any directory here. Supposing I have, I could easily browse to it, or the algorithm could just detect and all of that. Then IDE, if I have other R IDEs that I want to use, I'll just specify. When I specify, I click OK. That's all. The environment is ready to accept any R scripting. And then just the same way that I've run, for just little difference, just the same way that I've run the Python script, the same way you come to this environment to run your R script. Okay, beautiful. So, having said that, like I said, it's not going to be a long class. We're almost done with the class. Then the limitation now. The limitation, before we now come to questions and answer. So the limitations, these are the known limitations according to, based on what we have on the Microsoft environment, Microsoft website, as at updated as at June 2nd, 2020, I guess. Yes. So Python visualization in Power BI desktop have few limitations. The data size limitation. There's a data size limitation. Okay. So when you are plotting, when you're using it to plot it, it is only limited to 150,000 rows. So if whatever you want to plot is more than 1,000 and 150,000 rows, believe me, it's just only the top 150,000 rows that will just be selected, and a message will display in the image for you. So the size limitation, there's limitation to the kind of size you can of rows that you can actually plot with this Python visual in Power BI. Additionally, the input data has a limit of 250 megabytes. Yes, when the data set you're trying to import, when it's grown above 250, then they start having issues. So that's on the data limit. Then resolution, all Python visuals are displayed as 772 dpi dpi. If you agree with me that the chart there you can see here, compared to the Power BI visuals that you have, you can see Power BI visuals are cozy, appealing and beautiful because of the resolutions and all that. Like I told you, like I mentioned earlier, that this is really not about graphics, so to say. It's about using the language to, do a deep analysis that makes sense, that is able to interpret our data, is able to give us what we want, in our comfort zone. That's just what this whole training is all about. Then also, okay, back to the limitation. So calculation time limitation. Yes, if you have any calculation, if a Power Visual calculation exceeds like 5 minutes, it times out, the execution time times out, so that it won't start dragging resources with other other programs or other routine that needs to be run. I think I don't know if we'll be needing that later, like Power BI, like optimization, Python optimization in Power BI and all of that. So all of that, when the time exceeds, just know that when you are running the script that exceeds 5 minutes, man, you're about to be hit by an error. It results into an error. Then relationship. Yeah, as with Power BI desktop visuals, if data feeds from different tables with no defined relationship between them are selected, of course, an error will occur. Just like we have a relationship in Power BI, two tables, there's no relationship, and you're trying to plot a particular visual into the both of them. A particular visual, you're trying to bring in fields from the two different tables without any relationship. They can't communicate. They don't understand each other. There's nothing linking them together. You throw up error. Same thing here. That one's straightforward. The Python visuals are refresh upon data updates. Yes, filtering, highlight. However, image itself isn't interactive and can be source of, and isn't interactive and can be the source of cross-filtering. You agree with me? The images, you can't just click on it and say, okay, I want to see, just like we drew through. Like, see, if I click on it, I want to see this. No. But in Power BI, when you click on it, particular image, you drew through, it gives you all those cozy feeling. So like I keep saying that the whole idea is just to scratch the surface, how to prepare the environment so that you can run your Python script in peace. Just bring your Python script without error free, so that you don't come and disturb the algorithm here or Power BI. Just come and run it in a very comfortable environment where you like. And that's the whole idea. Then what more again? Python visuals respond to highlighting other visuals, but you can't click on elements in Python visual to cross filter other elements. That's just like what I just said earlier. So only plots that are plotted on Python default display device are displayed correctly on canvas. Yes. Avoid explicitly using the visual. So whatever we have plotted here, that is the only thing that I would see. Whatever we have here, whatever we have here, that is the only, whatever we have within this environment, within this code here, within this script editor, is what we see on the canvas. Whatever we have defined here, that's what you see there. That's what that one is saying. So there is no going to bring this from other environments. No. So Python visuals do not support renaming input columns. Columns will be referred to by their original name during execution. Of course, I mentioned that, so that it will refer to all the fields that we want to use. All the fields that we want to use will be referred to based on what we have in the script editor. But as soon as we drag in all those fields, the data frame, dataset data frame is being created for us to be able to use in Power BI. What again? I think yes. Basically, that's it. That is all on Python, preparing the environment for Python and R Visual in Power BI.
Thank
Very
you
much.
very much, Mr. Michael Adekoya. So really appreciate. So now we can easily connect our Python, bring our Python script into Power BI and do nice visual. You can even do better visual than what you have in Python. That is great. So please, you are free to, the chat room is up and running now. So you are free to put your questions there if you have any question, and you can raise your hand if you want to ask any question. So we have people around that will help attend to our question. So that is one. Okay, we have one hand up there. So Adedotun, can we have you? Please, Adedotun, you have the floor.
Okay, good evening or good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead from here.
The other packages you said we are to install after installing the Python, Panda and the other one.
Pandas and Matplotlib.
Yes, I'm trying to install it now, but I'm not really getting the ROM because I'm just learning. This is my first class here, so I'm just trying.
Okay, so okay, because of time, however, I'll just tell us if where your Python is installed, your home directory of your Python, where you have your home directory of your Python. So go to the home directory of your Python, and then there is a particular guide there that is script. You have a script coming. At the end, you have a script. Then do a change directory into the script, into where you have the script document, the script file, and then at the end of that script file, then you can now do pip install the very particular package that you want. Okay, I wanted to go and copy. But I don't want to show us my root directory. I don't want to show us my root directory. I wanted to go and copy out because I wanted to go and copy out. Okay, anyway, I'll just stop sharing my screen and then I'll copy it out and then paste it so that we can see that. Meanwhile, we can attend to the other question.
Okay, good. So you can just dump it on the meeting chat. So it's just a line script you run that will help you.
And this is the script you run. Pip install. This is what you run. Pip install pandas. When you enter, you can see it's not recognized here because this directory I have. Exactly. Because exactly this is not my root folder. That's why it is not recognized. This is not my root folder. It's not my root folder. So I just need to make sure that I am in my root folder to run that. Don't worry, I'll send you the how to get into your root folder. So
okay, thank you, sir. Thanks, sir.
All right.
So you should be able to do that.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Mr. Gbenga. We have another question. So Dan, you're recognized. Can you unmute and ask your question?
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
So, because I know from when you are running for Panda for Anaconda Jupyter Notebook, so each time you want to run this thing, you have to install the library again.
Okay.
So, see the same thing with Power BI. So each time, let's say if I want to run a new script, I have to go back and install the pandas, or I should just go and import.
No. You don't need to just import. Once you install your Python, the packages, say maybe pandas or matplotlib. Once you install it into that root directory, where you have your root directory there, when you install it, it's already there to always make reference to it. If I close my window now and then try to run it, I just need to do, of course, you agree with me, import. Even in Jupyter Notebook, I don't know the version of Jupyter Notebook. I think, okay, I use Anaconda. When you use Anaconda, it comes with all of the packages comes together, and then it's just one off thing. Just do import. You don't have to go and install the package again. If you're using Anaconda, so just the same way. As long as it can always reference that Python packages in that directory, it will always give you what you want. It's a one-off thing. The only time it's always prompt you, is whenever you go to pick the visual at every instance. Once you kill the instance, if you want to pick the visual that, okay, I want to do Python, it always prompt you that enable, so that you just, and that's just a click.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Mr. Benga. And please, on our meeting chat, if you go there now, there is a link. We always want a feedback. Your feedback has been so helpful, time pass. We need your feedback. Just click on that link, just some few lines, quickly submit your feedback so that we can always get better in what we do. And if you have any topic you feel we should discuss, please, part of the feedback, submit that topic there. We pick up the topic from there and we work on it. So, any other question, please? Okay, so as we are trying to come up with more questions, I remember what happened to me. I was doing one in presentation at a time, but you will not believe what happened to me. I have to quickly, it's a face API, and I'm trying to use just Power BI to get this done. But at the end of the day, during my presentation, live international presentation, I almost messed up. But thank God for the help of Python. I have to call up Python within Power BI and write a Python script to help me get my API into Power BI and use it easily for my face recognition. Let me see. Can I just share my own screen to just show you that? Okay, let me just show you this. So this is what I'm talking about. So with what I have here, all I need to do, if you can see my screen, the simple application, I will come here. On getting here, I will say from here, I want to edit the parameter. Once I click on edit parameter, I will put a new picture. Once I load a new picture here and I say, okay, the next thing it will do, it will show me the picture and tell me the age. If I load Benga's picture now, it will tell me Benga is also years old. It will look at the picture and tell me, is he angry or is he happy? If Benga is not smiling, you will see it there. It will tell me, is he using glasses or not? And so on. So this is a powerful tool. So with the help of Power BI and Python, I can achieve something like this. So let me just switch my screen back to bigger screen so that we can see those feedback. I mean, the two pages again. Thank you. So the MCT Naija, they are organizing another event, which will be starting on the 27th of June 2020. That's next Saturday. The time for this event is from 5 to 6, just 1 hour. And if you really want to understand how to use SQL in depth, Azure, SQL on Azure, Blob, all those storage, all those data warehousing, so many things around SQL, data warehouse, business intelligence, Microsoft BI, and so on, please feel free to join the community. So the link to the community will be given. This community is not on WhatsApp, but it's on Kaizela. So if you're on our WhatsApp group, I will drop that link there again for us. But if GJ can help us drop it on this meeting chat, I will appreciate the Kaizela link. If anybody can do that for me, I will appreciate. So let's have it so that those that are interested in pure SQL, they can join us in that meeting room. And we don't know how often to come, but the first meeting is an inaugural meeting. So be part of the very first meeting. And next week, next Saturday, we are having somebody very special coming on board. That is Adewale Yusuf. Adewale Yusuf is another Power BI guru. He has been using Power BI for quite a while. And he's a trainer, he's a Microsoft certified trainer. Most of the people we have on board, they are majorly MCTs. So he's also an MCT, and he's one leading the Power Platform community in Ibadan. So we'll be inviting Adewale to come over and take DAS to the next level. So advanced DAS for reporting. For those that missed the first DAS class, please feel free to go to the YouTube link. The YouTube link is on our group chat. Go to the YouTube link and please see how you can actually work with that link. So with the video link so that you can enjoy the next section here. So thank you very much. I appreciate you all. So is there another question before we round up? Okay, somebody hand is up. Oh, Dan, your hand is still up.
Yes, please. I have this question. It's a bit digress from what we have today. For the organization I work with, though they are not really doing Power BI, but me personally, I do it, and I use my company official mail. So each time if I do something with Power BI and I want to publish, it will ask me to get permit from the admin.
Your admin.
Yes. So how do I solve that problem? I don't know. I've been battling with it for some time now.
Okay. So the Power BI right you have is more like a free access. But if you are trying to do something beyond that limit, the boundary of free access, then you need the permission of your admin. So all you need to do is, since the company is not using it, you're only using the free version. So you cannot really enjoy the full version. The full version, you'd have used it for the first 60 days. After that 60 days, I'm sorry, you can't use it. Your admin needs to step in, except you have another domain you'll be using. Maybe you have a private domain. You can use your private domain then. You get my point?
If I don't have a private domain, can I use my like Gmail or Yahoo Mail to just?
Okay.
I want to see the sharing of the report first, like share with people. Let me just see how, so that maybe I can introduce it to the company. Okay, probably they will go ahead and buy with the idea, and so that we'll be using it as a platform to be sharing report.
Okay. To be able to share your report for now, that will be a little bit tough, but you can create another account. Okay. You can create another account using Hotmail or Outlook. If you have an Hotmail or Outlook account, you can have that. But within your free period, you can see how you can share the mail to convince those people you want to convince. But if you still have issues, so do let me know. I can profile you with an account that can help you achieve what you want to achieve.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So this is 2 minutes to the end of the section. I sincerely appreciate you all. If you are not here, we cannot come on board. So the video will be available within 2 days. So we are going to share the link with you. For those that still want to learn a lot around what we've discussed, the platform is open. We are on Kaizala, we are on WhatsApp. That is for the Power BI Saturday. So feel free to drop your message and let us communicate on those platforms. And for those that want to join the SQL group, please feel free. Oh, thank you, Jide. Jide has dropped the link to join the Kaizala. Okay, so I can say, oh, thank you very much. So where is this? I want admin is trying to assist us as well. So please, that's the link to the Kaizala group is on our meeting chat. So click there and let's be on Kaizala and prepare seriously for SQL Server. So help me fill the feedback form and do have a nice time. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.